first started working with Southwestern Consulting, I spent 4 years on the road on tour with our seminar division. We had a big conference that toured the country, and every 4 months, that conference would go to a different city, and I would move with it. So myself and our sales team, we would move to a different city every 4 months. In that 4-month period, I lived in 12 different cities. And every 4 months, I would start over on zero. I would get to that city not knowing a single person, maybe one or two, but certainly not having any warm leads or any past customers there of my own. And again, I would be sitting on zero sales-wise. So for someone who's very competitive, someone who's very goal-oriented, you can imagine that this could cause some anxiety. So at the beginning of every campaign, typically, I'd get pretty nervous. I remember at the beginning of the Kansas City campaign getting nervous like I often did. At the beginning of that event, I remember thinking, I'm not going to hit my goals. I'm having a slow start. I'm not where I need to be. This market is tougher than other markets that I've been to. I don't think I'm going to be successful. I remember having all of those fears, and I remember having all of those thoughts well up in my mind. And oftentimes, people have negative thoughts. All of you listening have negative thoughts that creep into your mind from time to time. They may be things that you say out loud, or maybe things that you're just saying inside your head. Maybe you say to yourself, I don't have enough time to do everything that I need to do. Or maybe you doubt, is this the profession that I need to be in? Or maybe you think about how other people have more opportunity than you. Everyone has negative thoughts. Top producers just bounce back faster. Top producers have those thoughts, but they don't wallow in self-pity. They don't sit there and let that negative feeling marinate. They bounce back faster. So what I'm going to share with you today is a technique that you can use to change your attitude and get out of a rut pretty fast. Again, we all get in ruts. Some people stay in a rut for a year. Some people stay in a rut for months. Some people stay in a rut for 5 years. But top producers learn how to get out of ruts very fast. They can get out of ruts in a day, or in hours, or in minutes. And using this technique will help you bounce back much faster. This technique that I'm going to talk to you about today is rewriting your self-talk. The first thing that you need to do is you need to write down everything negative that you're saying to yourself. And again, this could be something that you're saying out loud, or these could be thoughts that you're saying inside of your head. It could just be that fleeting little thought that you think whenever you get blown off by a decision maker. Be honest with yourself, put it on paper, write down everything negative that you're saying to yourself. The second thing that you want to do is you need to rewrite your self-talk to be positive. So just change that thing that you said from I don't have enough time to I have all the time that I need to get everything done that I need done. Just change that piece of self-talk to be positive. Make sure that you're putting it in first person present tense. Like, I am happy, I am generous, I am grateful. Put it in first person present tense because it is so much more powerful. After you have written out all of your self-talk, then the third thing you need to do is get 3x5 note cards and take about 3 to 5 pieces of self-talk and put them on a 3x5 note card. So on those note cards, you might have something like, I'm grateful for all the opportunity that is brought to me, or I'm right where I need to be, or I have a wonderful family and I show my love to them every day. Whatever it is, write those pieces of self-talk out on those 3x5 note cards. You might have 3 or 5 or 6 note cards that you carry with you, but you've got to have them on note cards. The fourth step is to take those note cards with you everywhere you go and say what's on them out loud all day long. Now, I'm talking all day long. You should keep them on your bedside table, and as soon as your alarm clock goes off in the morning, pick up your note cards and say your self-talk out loud. Out loud is very important. It's so much more powerful than when you say it in your head. It's believable. Your subconscious mind takes it as truth. So say it when you wake up. Read it while you're brushing your teeth. Read it as you're eating your cereal. Say it out loud on your drive to work. Say it out loud after your first hour of calling in the morning. Say it after you check your email. Say it while you're waiting for your lunch order. But say it all day long after you get home, and again right before you go to bed. Say your self-talk out loud. If you do this, if you commit to saying your self-talk out loud, you will be amazed at how fast you actually get out of that rut. You'll be amazed at how fast you actually believe what you put on paper. I can tell you that Kansas City campaign, I rewrote those negative thoughts. Instead of things that I was saying to myself, like, I'm not where I need to be, I'm not going to hit my goals, this is going to be a hard campaign, I rewrote my self-talk to say, I'm right where I need to be. I'm going to hit my goals. This is going to be a fabulous campaign. I'm always successful. And I read those note cards every day. It only took about 3 days to completely change my attitude and to completely get out of that rut. I'm proud to say that event, I had my best campaign ever. I broke a record that's only been broken to this day by one person. And I never, ever, ever would have thought that would have happened at the beginning of the campaign, because that's not where my confidence was. That's not where my heart was. That's not where my self-talk was. If you identify the negative self-talk that you have, rewrite it to be positive, put it on note cards, and say it out loud, you will be so amazed at how fast you bounce back. You get out of that rut and you start thinking that you can really do those things you wrote down. Rewrite your self-talk.